only purpose is convincing me that I'm a mess.
This is the moment, tonight is the night, we'll fight till it's over.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is all about Germany, German entry for Eurovision 2022. Their national selection, Germany 12 points 2022, finished on March 4th, and they decided that the winner is Malik Harris with the song Rockstar. Now, I've heard a lot about German national final, that it's not the best of this year, and I've heard a lot of critiques to it, but yeah, I will not judge this song based on that. I will listen to it, and the composers and songwriters are Malik Harris, Mari Kobilka, and Robin Caro. Yeah, I probably messed that up. Never mind. Let's get into the reaction, starting in 3, 2, 1. Rockstar. Okay, Rockstars.
We used to be the rock stars. I never thought of no harm till this thing we call lifestyle.
This sounds like a chorus, doesn't it? Could it be the chorus?
Remembering it so hard when time is moving so fast. Wish there was a way to know that we're in the good old days before we all just leave home. I try getting rid of pain, I try to make
Okay.
it go away, but it probably won't change. Always thinking about my own worries. Remember back when we had no worries.
It seems really familiar. I can't put my finger on it. Maybe you can help me in the comment section. But it reminds me of another song that I know that's really popular, like, oh, I've heard it a million times already. Yeah, this is really similar. But okay, let's focus. Yes, that was the chorus at the beginning. Is that him in the background? As a child? Probably.
Its only purpose is convincing me that I'm a mess. Even though it's always been an undivided guess, it finds a way and nonetheless wish I could change.
If you know me, you know that I'm not vibing with rap in English.
I'm pretty sure we all feel the same kind of way. Cause if you think about it, aren't we all set in a place where we look back at better days and wish they weren't so far away? I wish that
I
could
can
just go
appreciate
back
the
and make it
message,
I wish I'd still not give a damn about how I come across. I wish the way I
but just the delivery doesn't work for me at all.
thinking all the parts, so exhausted, always caught up inside my doubts and flaws. And if I count them all, somebody catch me about to fall. Yeah,
Okay, this part is better.
do a restart and be who we are.
Okay, he was emotionally invested in this part, and I could vibe with that, but the first part was very not doing anything for me. I like the chorus.
When time is moving so fast, wish there was a way to know that we're in the good old days before we all just leave home.
Okay, vocal. Come on. I feel he can do a lot with his vocal, but he didn't really show it in this song.
When time is moving so fast, wish there was a way to know that we're in the good old days before we all just leave home.
Okay, that was German entry for Eurovision 2022. So I have mixed feelings about it. We're gonna talk about it in more detail. Let's go in order. As always, we will first discuss song and lyrics. Okay, so he starts this song with a chorus, which is a rare thing. I think it's not that common. I immediately figured out that might be the chorus, and I was right. So the music changes a little bit from the beginning until the end, but not too much. It's very like the same formula over and over again, and I'll say something about that later. But I would like to say that this song reminds me of many other songs that I could hear on the radio. It's very Brit pop, very American pop. It's accessible, it's everywhere, so it doesn't really stand out in any way if we compare it to like current music scene. It's, you know, it's not really screaming I'm special here. If you don't pay attention to the lyrics and if you just listen to it, it doesn't really stand out. Chorus is really melodic and I appreciate that. I like it's cute, it's nice, but as I said already about the production, so during the rap part they kept the production the same. I'm not a musician, so for me it's hard to really express myself, and maybe I don't hear everything, but I feel they just kept the same verse, same music from the verse and put it there. I have that thing with rap in English and that's my personal issue, I know that, but I just don't resonate with that. But I really liked the later part of the rap section. When he really got going, I could feel that, so I could appreciate that part, but the first part doesn't do anything for me. Yeah, in the end we have the very strong chorus that then fades away to just a simple guitar. That's a nice touch, so we're going up and down, and that's how we finish, slow as we started. That's what I always like, those transitions that are very natural but also very smooth, so great job there. So let's take a look at the lyrics here. So the song, I think it's about looking back at a time when you were not really happy with your life. So I see depression, low self-esteem, low self-worth, negative image of yourself, those kind of things. And now he's in a better place, but he's looking back, he kind of remembers himself being like that. My favorite lyric is, when I was afraid of nobody, now I'm afraid of being a nobody. That's really deep. I have to give them that. And usually rap songs either have a really deep message or they have no message and there's just swearing and random words. I will not go in detail, but you know what I mean. So I can always appreciate a song with a message, so I can play along with it. Let's comment on his vocals now. First thing I'm gonna say here is that I feel he has a huge vocal potential, but this song really doesn't feature that. For some reason, I have a feeling that we're hearing him, even the verses are more like spoken word than singing. You know, it's just like speaking in a melody. That's what I get from that. And I noticed that he drags his words a little bit by the end. That's just something that I heard. I might be wrong, but it caught my attention upon the second listen. And yeah, I have to address the rap part. Absolutely, the moment when he got all intense and emotional about the song is the part that reminded me of some Eminem music. Maybe it's one of his songs that this song reminds me of. Help in the comment section if you know. But yeah, I recognized a bit of Eminem there, and that's the part that I liked. And yeah, I'm usually not into rap, but Eminem kind of works even for me. Overall, vocal delivery here is not the strongest in a way that I would like it to be, but that's just now a question of taste and genres that doesn't really reflects his abilities, so that's just my thing. Backing vocalist in this last chorus, are really nice. So they're taking over the basic melody and he's doing a bit more there. So I appreciate that. So let's move to performance and choreography that we have just seen. So he plays multiple instruments on stage. So I would suggest maybe stick with only one. I would advise the guitar because we all know he doesn't really play those instruments. So, you know, it doesn't really work, at least not for me. And if he would just stick with the guitar, it would be more natural and less distracting because, you know, he plays but then stops and switches to another instrument, but nothing really changes in the melody. So it kind of doesn't work. I liked how he got all worked up and emotional during the rap part. And I have to say that's very important for rap. So if you're just gonna rap like that, you need to have a certain type of attitude, or very bossy, you know, Nicki Minaj type of attitude, or very emotional type of attitude, depends on the song. And he really got that right, so I have to give him credit for that. Performance overall was very simple. It addressed the emotions, not the show. So the performance was not like spectacular, but it was kind of addressing the emotions. And there was of course no choreography because yeah. But I wouldn't be mad if they would include dancers on stage, like one dancer maybe, like represent or present his like journey or how he used to be and how he is today. So maybe if they could like create a real story on stage, that would leave an impact. It would be effective. People would really connect with the song. People would maybe even recognize themselves a little bit better. So if they consider that as an option, I would definitely support that because I think that for this song, a dancer could really elevate a lot. They just need to come up with a story and how to present it. But yeah, that's just food for thought. Let's talk about styling and staging. Styling was super basic and that's like everyday clothes, like as if I performed in this. We need something better for Eurovision. I think everyone will agree with that. Of course, yes, some people will say that's not the point for this song. I can get that, but still, I don't think it necessarily doesn't work. I just, it could be better, you know. There is room for improvement here. So I would give him something very urban, current, you know, what cool kids would wear on street, you know, something black and white. Maybe something with a pattern or something with stripes or something like that, and a cool hat or something, huge sneakers, that kind of look. About the staging, so here we had literally nothing except for the instruments and the light show, which was pretty basic, you know. So my first idea that kind of developed right now in the process of making this video, I was talking about the performance and about the dancer, and I would add on to that. So I would maybe introduce two dancers, and I would introduce like put a huge box on stage and just present the first dancer would dance in that box and represent the past self, and the outside dancer could be the real and current self. And maybe somehow if they make connections with each other, or if the current self just observes the past self, something like that. Or maybe if how the current self is now elevated and in a much better place than the past self. If they could recreate something like that while he raps and while he sings, that stage concept I think would really elevate this song, because if he goes like this, it will still be a nice song, but I'm not sure how many people will really say, ooh, I will vote for this, you know what I mean? It doesn't stand out that much, even though it is in its own kind of genre with this rap. We don't have rap this year, at least I think we don't. But yeah, it needs something extra to go with it. Why not make the whole thing, complete with a good staging and performance instead of just singing by yourself on stage? Those are some of my ideas. You can leave me a comment what you think of it. But yeah, LED screens as well. Of course, I can't forget that. That's like unlimited research for everyone, and some countries, some artists don't really pay attention to that. Some don't really use it. You can get a lot from it. Like Portugal 2021, that side screen, that was the moment, and that was really cool. So let's use that technology if we have it, okay? Let's talk about how Germany will do in Eurovision final. So, can Germany finally get out of the bottom 5? Well, I think with this song it could. I'm not sure if it will. It depends on the performance and staging, what they decide to do. It will definitely get some support. I don't see it getting 0. But yeah, it's not a top 10 material, I feel. Even though this year is kind of funky and crazy and it's all over the place, I still think it's not a top 10 result. But somewhere on the right side of the scoreboard, if they get out of the bottom 5, I think that would be kind of success for Germany, because after 2018 their results are what they are, and like baby steps, let's improve and let's get out of that bottom 5 that people are always talking about. So let's check the Eurovision scoreboard up at the moment and see how the song was received in the community. It's been a week already and we got a lot of new songs in the meantime. I see a lot of countries here. I don't have time for all this, but I'll manage. I think that could be the final result for Germany, maybe a few places higher to there. I think that Germany chose correct from their national final, because I've looked at the rest of the songs in the meantime, and yeah, this was the only choice basically. So what do you think about German entry? Let me know down in the comments. The question everybody asks, myself included: can Germany get out of the bottom 5? Let me know. I want to know your opinion. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel. The next video is going to be Denmark. Until that video, bye.